Hey, folks, what's going on? Hey, holy cow, we got all kinds of people in the chat room there. Whoa. Hey, this is Chasing Truth, and this is Wednesday's edition of Open Lines. Holy cow. Well, who do we have in the chat tonight? Yeah, looks like I'm live according to the email I just got. Oh, Lord have mercy. We got Deer Slayer, Sue, Red. Hey, Red. Big Cole, and a host of others. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share it out to all your socials out there. Dudley K Show. Hey, that's a cool looking hat you got there, Lakea. That's pretty cool. Green Fox. What's going on? Z Wiki, what is up? Where are you at today? Sandra, what's up? Howdy. Let me get a couple of things here. Like always, we're doing open lines 931-994-6917. And let's see what do we got here. Yep, this is about ready to stop, and there we go. Hope you're drinking something good tonight. I've got some I think medium dark roast McCafe tonight, actually. Oh man, what a heck of a week. Gotta love y'all. Appreciate y'all. So, what's going on with you folks? How's your mid-hump day week on a Wednesday? Red. Deer Slayer. What do you want to talk about tonight? We got the only thing I can't talk about tonight. I actually got the official email from some YouTube stuff. You can't talk anything about the old conflict going over everybody's talking about, or you get nixed. So there you go. Can't talk about that, but everything else is pretty much on the table. Hello. Z Wiki. Where is your dashboard pointed at tonight? Donnie Cho. What's going on with you? You've been throwing out a whole lot of content, great content over there with Cisco. Crazy stuff over there. Love Cisco. She's a top-notch person for sure. And then we got Gene Fox Green Mountain Droning. Still working, but we'll be listening. Fantastic. Appreciate it. So, what day am I on? I think I'm on day 62 of writing my books. Holy cow, is all I can tell you. Just curious, what is going on with you? Glad you could come in. We got, let's see, Eddie. What's up, brother? Who else is in here that I hadn't said hello, howdy, or thereabouts? Miss Wendy. Yep, there you go. I did not see Miss Wendy. I don't think I said hello. If it's double hello, then you're extra special. All right. So let's see. Let me pull up what I wrote about the last few days. Let's see what I get some memory stuff. All right. So are we going to talk UFOs, or are we going to talk ghosts? Which I've seen a few ghosts here lately. If you call them ghosts. This last week I've been writing about stuff that I've been kind of hesitant about saying anything about what I've seen of the future. But I've been writing about it. And, been talking over with Shawn. And I said, is this, do I sound crazy? Or is this crazy? Or she said, I see the same thing. I was like, all right, well, okay, cool. Cool stuff. But actually seen that angel. If you guys have been following me enough, you've heard me talk about an angel that I sort of tagged along with in the near-death experience. Well, all of it, actually. And for the last 4 or 5 years, I have not seen that thing or had any contact with that thing, even in dreams. And I saw it a couple days ago. So, twice, actually. David Adair. David Adair. That sounds familiar. Who is David Adair? I'll have to look him up. Let me get a real quick sip of coffee. Oh man, coffee. David Adair. That sounds awful familiar, David. David Adair. Let's see who that is. Heart. Conscious AI. The planetary takes over. The truth is here. All about David Adair. Let's see. Copy this link. Put it over here. We'll see. We'll pull it up and see what it is. I have heard of him, but I'll have to refresh my memory live here on the stage. Let's see, David Adair. Share screen. Pop this up. And David Adair, is this the fellow that you were talking about, Eddie? Very informative. See link. I got the link here right in front of me. One of the most far-reaching details about David Adair is the U.S. military secret gave him support to build his rocket in 1969. Oh yeah, this was the guy from Art Bell days. Said he saw the captured UFO stuff. Yeah, I know this guy. Sure do. That is true, I would think. Absolutely. Let's see. On a wonderful future ahead. We're going to have a wonderful future ahead. Pretty much, yeah. Bella Rosa, what's going on? Hit those likes. Appreciate that. For the foreseeable future, not all of those. Borrow Bella Rosa's name. Not all of it's all roses, but you can obviously see that in the news. They're not going to allow you to have any kind of stimulated fun or anything. Hobbs, what's going on, brother? Thomas Miller. I know David's story. It's amazing. Yeah, David. I last time I heard anything about him, it was on an old Art Bell rerun. I usually listen to Art Bell probably 3 or 4 times a week. His old stuff. Well, all of his old stuff now, but yeah, David Adair was he's got that signature voice. Once he pops on the as a guest, you know who's talking. Young Wonder Boy from what I remember. Built his on. What did he build that got him on there? It wasn't a rocket engine, was it, or was it something else? I forgot what it was. But Wig, what's going on, Wig? Appreciate it. Appreciate you popping up here. Let's see. Rio Link. Crystal, what's up with you? Let me see if I got our connections right here. No, I don't need that. I need to. Well, I was going to do Vault stuff, the Nightmare Nation TV, but it looks like it's raining like cats. It looks like they're about ready to get pounded down there. John Paul, what's up, brother? Salute to you. Not enough. How's the audio? I had audio issues Saturday night. Hopefully, I got that all figured out. About the popping and cracking. Is the audio 5x5 or is it sucky like it was Saturday night? That's the next thing. May Reed, what's going on? Glad to see you in here. So, what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit that invite here. If you want to be in the show, all you have to have is a microphone. You don't have to show your face. You know, I break my own camera, so that's not a big deal. Audio's good. All right, cool. Awesome. Fantastic. I will probably, let's see. We'll share out the Nightmare Nation TV stuff, but it looks like they've got something going on. All kinds of crazy weather, but you never know what happens down there. Pounding whiskey tonight. Got 3 impacted wisdom teeth, and I refuse to take painkillers. Oh my god. Get liquid ibuprofen, one of those little gel capsules. Poke a hole in it and rub that on your wherever your impacted tooth is. That should take care of it. It'll taste awful, but there you go. But I'm not giving any kind of anything. Storm bad here? Yeah, I saw that on the camera over there. Hold on just a second. Let's bring this back up here. Pull this out. Yeah, it is storming there. I saw a big line of storms that hit in middle of Tennessee, up in Illinois, and all that. That works, yeah. It'll taste like crap. Poke you a hole in the end of the capsule. But I'm not giving anything, any kind of medical advice. But it's ibuprofen. It's over the counter, so it's not anything's going to kill you. I don't think, unless you're allergic to it. If you're allergic to it, stay away from it. All right, so let's go down here and share the screen. We'll see. We'll watch the lightning for a second, see what's going on down there. Hell yeah, it's a storming down there. Look at that. I don't know what was going on in that bottom camera there, but you never know. Crap. How in the hell did I get a paper cut on that thing? Oh. And there you go. Let's see. Do I have. Does this have audio? Probably hear some thunder here in a little bit. You never know, but it looks like it's raining cats and dogs down there in the Mississippi. So, anyway, so what have you guys been seeing here? Open lines, yeah. 931-994-6917. You can text that. You can call that. You can jump on with the link that I just put in the chat there. Paste. Do whatever you want to. I think what we'll be doing is watching maybe a storm or two for the next couple of minutes anyway. And then we'll head on out. Oracles. Hey, what's going on? Oracles and beyond. Appreciate you. Oh, wait a minute. Let me give you a wrench there. Add as moderator. There you go. There you go. Thanks for the wrench over on your channel, Oracles and Beyond. Definitely go to Oracles and Beyond over there and check her content out there. Incredible stuff over there. They do some readings and whatnot. Oh, man. Have you ever got to where you drink half a mug of coffee and the damn thing gets cold? I'm going to have to get one of those heated mugs, I think. Oh, you're much welcome. Drop you a link in the chat for the folks that's got the little blue wrenches. Be sure to drop your links down and share your content out. So, Red, how's your house doing there, hun? We hadn't talked in a hot minute. Hope everything's going all right with you in a little bit. I can hear some thunder. Oh, yeah. Thunder. So about 2 days ago, let's go and talk about what's been happening in the house. So, as usual, I'll get up in the mornings and then I'll probably start, functioning probably about 9 o'clock. Emma Johnson, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in. So I usually say my prayer and say, hey, what do you want me to write about? Sometimes I got the got the topic at hand right as I wake up. Say, okay, this is what I'm writing about today. Sometimes it takes it a minute, and mm, took me probably about 10 o'clock 2 mornings ago. Then all of a sudden, I was made breakfast, drank some coffee, rolled from the kitchen into the dining room. Holy cow! Is that a frickin'? Yeah, that's a look at that big old spider right there. What do you feed those spiders down there, Lakea? That son of a gun's huge. Let's see that one. Look at that sucker. What the heck's all that about? Anyway, it is what it is. Over to here's some skeeter. That's not a skeeter. That's a frickin' son of a gun spider. What it looked like to me. Ain't no skeeter. Skeeter's that big? Holy shit on a shingle. Oh, let's see. Hey, Blues and G, what's going on? Let's go ahead and stop this screen right here. And then go over here and turn off this audio. There we go. I thought, hey, I turned off the audio. It's supposed to not say, that ain't no skeeter. That's a big old freaking spider. So, Sugar Britches, what's going on with you? All right, so back to my story with how I'm writing the daily inserts to or whatever to my book. I'm on 62 straight writing. Have not missed a day of writing. You know, there's been a couple of days where I've only written just a couple of 3 paragraphs or something. And there's some days I write 10, 11, 12 pages. You know, it just depends on what's going on. But 2 days ago, I hadn't really, got all the stuff, and I was like, okay, I've written about that. I hadn't seen anything new about that. And the next thing I get is there's this 8+ foot tall, glowing white thing standing in my hallway outside my dining room. And then it glows for just like a half a second and it fades. And it fades away, and then the door's unblocked. This blocks the entire doorway out, and the door is like 8 foot tall anyway. So it's probably in the 9 foot tall. Yeah, probably 9 foot tall plus region. And all it says, it gave me a big, hey, what's up, Shell F? I don't know if you call it a download. Maybe. I don't know. It showed me a whole lot of stuff all at once. Like, if it, let me go back to the near death experience. It was instant transfer when I was over there. You have a discussion or Discord or whatever, discourse with some entity, some angel, someone else or whatever. You would instantly see everything they wanted to share with you, and you instantly knew everything. Well, this one was sort of the same thing, but it took me probably a day and a half, still unpacking some of it. And it gave me all kinds of stuff. Yeah, please hit that like button. Appreciate it. Share this thing out. I don't know if who wants to hear this kind of stuff, but you never know. You never know what happens. If you want to pop into and talk to me or whatever, let's go ahead and share this. No, I ain't sharing the screen. I want to invite. There we go. There you go. If you want to pop in, you don't have to show your face. You just got to share. I think you get to, follow instructions. If you're on a phone, you can do it on your smartphone. The whole gambit is pretty easy. All you have to do is just share out your audio and your video. If you don't want the video, you can turn that stuff off on the backside. Bruce Beaver, what's going on? Let's see. I actually have been invited to be a guest over on. Let me see. Let me pull up the invite real quick. Where is my? Oh, here we go. Discord. Creepy Unsolved with Dylan and Laura. I think we're going to be recording on the 9th. I won't be there, but I'll say, hey, Shawn, we're but talk about my near death experience. So why not? It's not like I haven't talked about it, and I ain't talking about it right now. So who the heck knows? So if you got any questions about the near death experience, if you have been following my community page over on YouTube on Chasing Truth Shawn G, you can. I'm freezing. I'm freezing. Shouldn't be freezing. Hold on just a second. How's the audio? It should be freezing. Looks like I'm doing all right on my end. Is that what's going on? See that? I don't know. No, make sure I got it done right channel. Right channel. Is the audio freezing or what? Reason? All right, let's for just this will work. Just do audio only for a second and go over there. It could be, I'm about ready to get hit with a line of storms pretty soon. Could be that. Let me check out what's going on here. Try to pull this stuff up and see what's going on. There's a big badass storm in the. Oh yeah, it's probably about an hour and a half from me right now. It's middle Kentucky, just about ready to pounce on Frankfort, Kentucky. Frankfurt's probably about 200 miles from me, something like that. So it could be that. Who knows? Let's see. What's to work again? But you won't do this. Right I came on board. Well, shit, the damn thing's doing that thing again. I should have restarted my freaking. Have you got an EDE column? I'm not. Hey, you had near death experience. I'd like to hear from you. 931946717. I think the heck came down. Somebody called me Saturday, I think. After near death. For whatever reason, I can't remember when that's gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna have to just do this and do audio only. I wonder if ghosts can mess your Wi-Fi internet signal up. Well, if you believe their energy, possibly. I would dare say so. I'm sitting right next to my Wi-Fi box over there, but unfortunately, for whatever Apple reason, they don't allow you to have anything to put a dongle on for a Cat 5. I used to have a Cat 5 on thing until it got updated, and all of a sudden it didn't work. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I believe they can. Oracles and Beyond says so. So, absolutely, I believe there is a good chance. Don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look. See out in my. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. I don't know how this will do, but we'll. Maybe some share. Maybe this will help out. See if there's something going on out there. There you go. That's a live feed from McCann. Hopefully this will work. If this is 64 done, I think that's what's going on. Appreciate it. So I spilled a big old Diet Mountain Dew on my MacBook. That's one I run the show off of, and the temperature's all right. I think. I don't know. It'd be that choppy again, huh? Son of a bitch. So is the audio choppy or just me? Let me see. Son of a gun. I hope it's not me. Gee whiz, what's going on with this? Let's see, folks. Give me just a second and find out what's going on here. Mm-hmm. Copy. Or is it choppy? No. Oh, well. Son again. Losing music channel. Losing channel. Put content. Drop. Let's see. It's 931-469. Heart. Oh, choppy again. Really? Son of a biscuit eater. What's going on with crap? Let's see. Let's go. Let's turn this off. Maybe that. So that's that. Turn one filter. That's my audio. Takes out some of the background noise. Hopefully that will take care of it. I don't know. We'll see. Might go in and come back again. Well, let's see. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see if that works. The other thing I could probably do, let's try something else. Let me go to audio and do, instead of this, let's do USB audio. There we go. We'll do that. So maybe that'll help. Don't know. We'll see. Oh, well, it looks like it's better. Looks like it's better for me from my end of the thing. So it sounds better now? All right. It's that darn storm. Yeah, it's almost ready to bear down on me. That's for sure. Probably about 200 miles away from me, the edge of it anyway. And Lord have mercy. You should have seen. I love a good old, thank you, Oracles, for the nice heads up. I'll try to remember that next time I'm on here. 931-994-6917. If you want to be a part of the show, just call in. Oracles, if you want to call in, go for it. Happens to you a lot. Well, there you go. I don't know what's going on here. My internet bill's paid up for the next month and a half. So that's the crazy thing about it. Let's see if Let me share my house cam again, see if that works. There you go. This is a live feed from, what the heck's that right there? Huh. I could have swore I saw a shadow right there behind my dining room table. Again. Son of a gun. Right in here. Kind of blocked out that corner right there against that brick wall, but who knows? Well, Kaya show. I like that hat. Where'd you get that hat from, earlier, Kaya? So, hopefully, I won't have any more issues with audio and whatever. The wig's in the house. Appreciate you. Did I catch the angel on the cameras? No, I didn't. I'd have to go back. Honestly, the first time I saw it, probably about a week and a half ago, or saw one angel, which was not the angel that I had with my near-death experience. Saw it too on the far left, blocked out stuff over there. Yep. Whatever that is, this is something weird. Are you kidding me? What's going on? I need to go back. It was about 2 days ago. I can probably go back. I've got SD cards in there, so I can go back and look and see. For whatever reason, I didn't really think about it. As soon as I got the communication from that angel, which I refer as Bob, every time I've referred to this angel, so you guys know who it is. I actually named the actual name of the angel in the book. Yeah, kind of weird, but I do name the angel in the book besides Bob. I start out with Bob, and then I have more. Every time I every time I write about my near-death experience, I remember just a little bit more, a whole hell of a lot more, or just get slapped and go, how in the hell did I forget all that? Does anybody else, when you're writing about something that you've long forgot or whatever, and it just comes back? And just the way it is with me. Oh, look at that. I got 3 emails. Reddit, and Reddit. What the hell's with Reddit? Ghost videos. No, don't want no ghost videos. I got too much going in my freaking house right now. Why in the hell will I want a ghost video? Not much going up here in Canada, Shawn. Just gloomy and rainy night. Well, we're about ready to get hit with a bunch of junk coming down the pike. This storm's about ready to hit me, has dumped a bunch of stuff. Trina McDaniel, thank you for retweeting me. I appreciate that, this whole thing. But, yeah, something was in that corner over there in my dining room. And that's usually where I do a lot of my writing stuff, is in that dining room. I'll take my MacBook in there and start writing like a fiend, listen to some music and whatnot, and go at it. So you guys got any questions? I know that I've been dropping, 62 days worth of updates of what I've been writing about. Thank you, Trina. Appreciate you greatly. Every time you share that out, that helps me get a little bit more out with what's going on here. Up in Canada. This Friday, Danielle is not going to be a part of the show this Friday. She's actually going to be out of town visiting where she's about ready to move in British Columbia. So you live in a haunted house? Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. This old haunted house, well, for the folks that have not heard it, put a 1 if you want me to tell some stories about the haunted house, and 2 if you don't want me to, or 3, change the subject. 1 if you want me to tell them stories about this old haunted house. 2, you don't want me to, or 3, just change the subject altogether and we'll talk about something else. Because this old house, it's one, Sugar Britches. Who's going to be on Friday? I'm working on that right now. There is 2 folks that I'm working on. Let's see. I got. Don't want to speak out turn here, but Costa Macaris. I'm working on getting him on the show, but he has not. Well, I'll have to ask him. He might be on Friday if I can get him on for Friday. But yeah. All right. So 1 for this old house. All right. How in the hell do people drink cold coffee? I don't get it. That just blows my mind. How the hell do you guys drink cold coffee, iced coffee? Ooh, tastes awful. But all right, let's go back to. Hold on just a second. Let me pull up my cameras, and as I'm doing the story rounds, we'll get in there and start talking about it a little bit. Let's see. Okay, we'll go up to upstairs, and I'll tell the story upstairs. And at least you'll have a live feed and see what's going on up there. You never know what you might see up there. There's all kinds of stuff going on up there every once in a while. Actually, my family, once I start sharing this out, my family will not allow the little ones to go upstairs. Believe it or not. Iced coffee is good if you got to be outdoors in the sun. I kind of. Graydon, what's going on? Appreciate you popping by. The upstairs, right here at the top of the stairs, there the camera's actually sitting on top of Encyclopedia Britannica from 1968. The entire 40-some volume, I think. How many volumes is in that? Whatever, it's a huge freaking thing. Encyclopedia Britannica. The room on the left is my junk room, kind of storage / whatever. And there's a bathroom that was up there when the upstairs was actually used for living quarters and stuff. But let's see. My bedroom, if you look at the banister on the far end of the room, you see 2 sitting chairs and a lamp and whatnot back here. Let's see. Let me pull this up now. Oh, shit. There we go. Back here, there is a bedroom door right here next to this sitting chair right here and this sitting chair right here. There's a bedroom door right there. And that used to be my bedroom back when I was in college, circa 2000, something like that. But I was coming home from clinicals one night. Used to have a Britannica set as a kid. I missed the way they smell. Yeah, they definitely have a smell to it. And they got that gold, what do they call it? Gilded pages, I guess, on the end. And then they have those little plastic, like if you get into, say, anatomy, this volume of the volumes that we got up at 1968, we got that cellophane pages where you could, peel back and, kind of dissect kind of stuff. We had an entire 1970. Oh, that's cool. Encyclopedia Britannica. Well, anyway, then the cellophane pages, you can kind of dissect lungs and heart and all that kind of stuff by just turning the pages back and forth. It's kind of cool. But anyway, I was coming home one night after doing a clinical round. Probably, see, I was probably 22, so 2001, 2002. I was going to college full time, working full time at a now defunct clothing store called Goody's Family Clothing. If you've ever been in Goody's Family Clothing in the South, usually in Georgia, Tennessee, thereabouts. Tennessee, I think there might have been in North Carolina or something like that. There were some 100 and some stores at the highest. But anyway, I was a stockroom manager then, and hell, I was probably, if you put in the hours I put in for college, clinicals, and working full time, I was probably putting in 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week. So one night after doing a clinical rotation, where I live is in Virginia, but where I went to clinicals was over in Northeast Tennessee in a little spot called Kingsport, Tennessee. Somebody in chat might know where that is. So I'll come home from a clinical rotation. Got home probably about 2 o'clock, something like that. Come in here to down here, going through this front door. This is my front door. To the right over here on the front, the first floor is actually where I'm doing this radio slash podcast. But this used to be my grandparents' bedroom as well. So I walk in, quiet as a church mouse, close the door, don't turn on any lights or anything like that. Try not to disturb anybody, and the bedroom door is open, so I try to be kind of quiet. So I start creaking up the stairs. Got up to about the second or third stair, and I look up, and you see this window on this side. There's an opposite window right behind the security camera that's pointing down the stairs. And I was using the street lamp light that illuminate the stairs. So I look up, and there's this little 5 foot nothing woman. And Graydon knows where Kingsport is. That's cool. So I look up, and there's this 5 foot nothing woman standing at the top of the stairs, which I had no clue who the hell it was. Wore, a period dress from late 1800s, mid 1800s, gray, dark gray, and she had a little pendant on it. Again, what is going on? I have to pray if the again. Give me just a second. Hopefully this will get it. Be right back. All right. I guess we got her pretty well. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's move this over here. Now, can you hear me? Is everything all right now? I don't know what's going on, but my internet just went plooey. Thanks for staying around for the last 5 minutes or so, however long it got in. Yeah, how's the audio, video, everything all right? Charlie Budden, what's going on? He's back. Audio, video, doing okay. Let's see if I still got. Oh, now my camera system's back up again. Crazy as it is. All right, let's start this story over. Hey, Jack, what's going on, brother? Share the screen and we'll go back here. Pop this up here. And then we'll continue with story time with this haunted house of mine that I live in. So picture it, 2003, 2004, something like that, whenever. I have to go back and look, but somewhere thereabouts. About 1, 2 a.m. All right, fantastic. 1 or 2 a.m. I'm walking up these steps and I'm looking at the top of these steps and heading to my bedroom back here in the back. You know, I'd go around the banisters and right there. And this little 5 foot nothing woman standing at the top of the steps right up here. And I've told this story, I couldn't tell you how many times. I actually I've got one picture of something standing in where my sister's old room used to be when she lived with me after my brother passed away. She moved in for a little bit until she got her foot back in working again. But well, anyway, I have to show that picture. I'll try to remember. I showed it Friday night, actually. So this top of the stairs is 5 foot nothing lady with a period dress of 1800s, mid 1800s, late 1800s. Hair in a bun, opaque. Well, hold just a second. Why is that not? Oh, okay. Let's get this show on the road here. And yeah, there we go. All right, now I've got the classic pepperoni. Oh, cool. So, Chase, what's up, brother? I ain't seen you in a coon's age. Where are you at today? How's that new baby boy? So, top of the stairs, 5 foot nothing, ghost blocking out the street lamp from outside to illuminate the staircase, which you can see I use. Actually, that lamp is at 1% downstairs. But anyway, that being said, that lamp was not on. It was totally dark, and I was going upstairs, and there's this little old lady looking down at me going, who the hell are you walking up my stairs? So I'm looking at her thinking the same damn thing. Who the hell are you? Why I did not scream out like a little girl, I don't know. But I'm looking at this woman thinking, okay, who's this intruder in my house? What is this thing? Looked like the little lady was going to church, actually. But I think it was probably Friday. I think we had an occasional Saturday rotation where we went and did student clinicals and stuff in respiratory school. But anyway, so at the bottom of this particular staircase, there's a serial switch up here, and the other switch is over here next to the doorway to turn on the upstairs lamp or lights and stuff. So here I am trying to hunt for that switch. I'm on the 3rd, 4th step. Reaching back, can't find it. Had my eyes locked on this, whatever was looking at me. Turned the thing back on. Finally found the switch when I looked back and found the switch visually. Flipped it on, looked up, and the lady's gone. I probably locked eyes with that thing for a good 45 seconds, maybe a minute. Oh, shit. Okay. Need to watch out for that. Anyway. So I look at this thing, and I didn't remember anything. Well, I did. Also, I'm gun. Well, I got something else to write about my near-death experience. So there you go. Why the hell not? Okay. Near-death experience. I did see this. Asked about this in my near-death experience. With was it friendly or creepy, Shawn Big Cole? More creepy. My family will not allow any of my little kids, my nieces and nephews, great nieces and nephews, grand nieces and nephews, whatever you want to call them, upstairs. Actually, my niece, who is the one that I had that went to that reveal party for gender reveal for twins, she hates going upstairs. She absolutely hates it. She says, I've been up there and that feels like something's right on her heels. Pressure and all this other stuff. And there was one time we had a couple chased a ghost out upstairs too. So that being said, wouldn't let your kids up there. Well, that is the consensus of what my family's all about. If I had one of these days, I'm gonna have my sister on here, and we'll talk about this old house, and have her talk about crazy stuff that has been following around with her all her life, which I didn't know until probably when my brother passed away in 2019, September 2019, actually. Has anything happened to me while I've been sleeping? Woke up and seen some stuff. But to finish the story about this little old lady, I've got like 3 stories I can tell you about this. Back when I was going to college, I would sleep in on Sundays. That was my only day that I could actually sleep. Hell, early 20s, and I got sleep kind of stuff, going to college and working like a son of a gun. And I wake up Sunday morning with everybody out of the house. They went to church or whatever, Sunday school. And I hear somebody singing out of a hymnal book. One of those little sea-songy kind of cadences that you'd hear Southern Baptist Church sing. A little lady singing. And I was like, well, my grandfather, Papa, as we call him, had one of his radios on because he's notorious about, or was notorious about leaving radios on with gospel music on it. So I was like, all right, he's left it on. I don't feel like getting up, and I don't even remember what time it was. It was probably like 9, something like that. So I fell asleep listening to what I thought at that time was a radio. I'm in Wayne National Forest. That's cool. Where's that at? What state's that in? There, Chase. So I fall asleep listening to a lady singing what I thought was on the radio. Old gospel hymn from hymnal. No music, just a little lady singing. Which Southern Baptist, I grew up in Southern Baptist, Methodist. I got baptized in the Methodist faith, but did the same thing, hymnals kind of stuff. Anyway, so I wake up hearing my grandparents pull in, car door slam. I was like, well, it's time for me to get up anyway, probably closer to noon or whatever. And Granny usually had KFC or something. So I get up, head downstairs, and see my grandmother unpacking KFC bags. And I was like, oh boy, I'm going to eat high on the hog or high on the chicken today. So I said, Granny, did you turn off that radio that was on? And she's like, no, there wasn't radio on. I was like, well, there was a radio on one of those gospel stations I think Papa left on. And my grandfather's name, Papa, was George. And she said, you'll just have to ask George about that. Well, Papa turns the corner around, comes around the corner, and says, well, what are you talking about, son? I said, you left one of your radios on. And he said, no, I didn't leave a radio on. And he said, no, I didn't. I said, where's that little, he had one of these little yellow cube with a little rat tail on it. He carried around kind of a transistor radio. About the size, it may be a size of a softball, but square. I said, where's that thing at? And just like magic, he pulls out from behind the wall, says, you talk about this thing? And we're like, oh, okay. Nope. Would you believe it? I had heard that lady was. Couldn't tell you that. Oh, shit. Really? Again? Seriously? I'm telling you, this weather system's about ready to get up there. Anyone else seen anything in your house, Shawn? Let's see. Anything happened to them? Well, my sister, when she moved in here, she we all have had this thing where we close our doors because we just don't want to see shit, walk by the door. And I to this day, I still do that. But she said the first night I was here, my sister Robin said her bedroom is right down the hallway from me, and said I had to close my door that night. And I said, why? I said there was shadows looking in at me. So yeah, I've been pushed in this house. Actually, been pushed in this bedroom, scratched in this bedroom. Actually, I did have a. Hold on just a second. J Media. Where did I put in Daniel's folder? Or no, thought I did. No, I didn't. Can't remember where I put that freaking. Well, I got scratched one night. It was right before Halloween, and I did like 3 or 4 hours of true stories. Oh, actually, I could probably show this one. Actually, I've showed this one before, but why not? Let me get rid of this and share something else. Stop screen. So what happened, Shawn? Which one are you talking about? It cut out right when you said this one yellow box. Okay. Well, the yellow box, the Papa did not, I thought was a transistor radio that was on that little yellow thing. He presents the little yellow box, the transistor radio, and it was off. After that, kind of scratched my head and said, okay, I guess it was that little old lady that I had seen before. And should I? I've had other people that's lived in this house with me while I was in college, and we've talked about it. And they said, yeah, there's, go up and down those stairs. Feels like something's right on your heels as you go up and down the stairs. And I think I was trying to date a gal that I worked with at the time. And she come over for whatever reason. And we talked about that. My I guess my cousin was living here at the time, and I was telling her about the ghost or whatever at that time. And he said, you felt that too? Felt like there's something on your heels going up and down the stairs? Yep. And he's like, yeah, I believe that. Said it happens to me too. But, okay, let's try this out. Let me show you something else. Live feed, I actually, no, can't do that. All right. The camera that I showed earlier today on my first floor, where this is actually right here. This is my door to my bedroom where I'm doing the sleep, or not sleep. I was about ready to say sleep study. Shit. Your old school sleep guy when you refer to sleep as a sleep study. So anyway, I'm doing a podcast right here. That's me. I'm in my dining room. Down the hallway, that's my door. And where the hell's sticking its head out of my freaking door is sticking its head out. Now, I've actually got the video, and this thing is moving its head back and forth. Slowly, but it's moving its head back and forth. And you can hear me talking on the radio or podcast or whatever live. So, And whoever asked me, have I seen anything while I'm sleeping? Yeah, it doesn't scare me. It does not scare me. I actually get kind of pissed off about it. One time, I was the bed. How I got the bedroom set up. I had the bed where I'm doing the podcast now, and I got the bed against the wall on the other side of the room. The thing. I wake up probably about 3 or 4 months after I moved in here, and I see this shadow, probably about 4 feet tall, totally black shadow, something or other, mass in the whatever. And at that time, I was still recuperating from, I think, about 7 months out of having my left leg amputated. And I was still unpacking the near death experience that I'm writing about right now, 6 years later. And I looked at this thing and I get up on my, elbows in the bed and go, I'm going to figure out if I can stick a broomstick up your ass. And this thing darts across the bedroom toward the bedroom door, which I had it closed silently. Didn't do anything, didn't open up the door or anything. It's gone. I have seen something that looks like a freaking demonic elf with red eyes at the corner of my bed a couple of times. I could say other stories and stuff, but it involves somebody that I do not ever want to speak their name again. What is a shadow figure? Shadow figure is a black mass similar to whatever this thing is, but it's so totally black and it's a little taller. Actually, that thing is probably about 5 feet tall. I would assume. Well, hold on just a second. Yeah, it's probably about 5 feet tall. Didn't want the broomstick, Shawn. Yeah, that's true. Apparently, it did not like it in the idea of broomsticks. I have seen shadow figures in here. Other people that have lived in this house have seen shadows walking across, and I actually had I'll have to look. There was a camera that's set up in the room that's nearest to this right here on the. Hold on a second. Let me pull this thing right here. Nope. Crap. That's the wrong thing. Son of a gun. There you go. This room, even though this is a magnified bubble, this is actually down the hallway right here. But this room right here, there is a camera that's set up to look outside so I can see who's pulling into my parking lot or whatever. You can see a reflection of a shadow in this door here. Not this particular door where this head's sticking out, but there's a shadow in that door. I'll have to look that up. If I can, I'll post it on my community post afterwards. I'd have to do some hunting and pecking. So that's it on that one. Any questions about that? Gee, Lord. Nose is itching. Sorry about that. Were they wearing any hats? Actually, there was one. Hold on just a second. Let me pull up this camera right here. You never know. You might actually see one. You never can tell. Earlier, right at the first of the show, I had this thing up in the hallway, and there was something standing or blocking out the light. Well, son of a bitch, it's there. Hold on just a second. Let's share this camera real quick. It may go, it may not. Who knows? Yep. Holy shit. It's blocked out that corner right here. There's a white wall and a brick wall right there, and maybe it'll come back. I don't know. Something's standing in that corner, whatever it is. Could be. It could be just me looking at it. What's going on? Okay, do you see what I'm talking about? Right over here in this corner. You got good eyes, I guess. Talk to Shawn a few other channels. I'm new here, but I appreciate you coming over. Are you kidding me? Yeah. But hold on just a second. Let me see. Alexa, turn on dining room. There's going to be a mess on my table, but There you go. That corner right there. Alexa, turn off dining room.
There are no timers set.
Oh, son of a gun. Alexa, turn off dining room. Maybe just my eyes playing tricks on me. But anyway, I have seen all kinds of stuff. This basement door right here, I've seen all kinds of stuff down there. I've had people that would not go down in that basement for various reasons. More than a half a dozen, actually, that I know of. I sent you a pics of banisters upstairs. You did? Okay, well, let's see what you got going on here. Audrey. All right, let's see what she's got going on. Okay. Well, let's share this out. Something live off my camera feed upstairs. Get this thing going on here. Window, and this is hot off of the press with, what is it? Is that something? What's that supposed to be? Post a link to call, please. 931-994-6917 is the link, or not the link, the actual call-in number. If you got a phone, you can dial 931-994-6917. That is it, buddy. And let's see if I got another one here. Hold on just a second. Audrey put, or Red put something else. Oh, yeah. What the heck's that? All right. I don't know what the heck's that, but hold on just a second. That's creepy. Remove, share, and then share screen. I don't know what the heck's that. Well, I don't know. Couldn't tell you what that is. Looks like a guy wearing suspenders, according to Blues and G. Something's definitely there. Okay, let's get this caller. Hold on just a second, caller. We'll get you on the air here in just a second. And hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Let me get going here. All right, now I've got you live. Sorry about that. Took me a second to poke the right thing. What's your name and where you from? Doing all right. What's going on, Eddie? Are you on speakerphone there, Eddie? Are you on speakerphone? You are awful muffled, buddy. All I can tell you. You're really muffled. Let's see. Hold on just a second. I actually can. Yeah, hold on just a second. Let me get some settings here changed over. I know what the audio problem is. Hold on just a second there, Eddie. Give me just a second.
I'm going to close the show.
All right, there you go.
Is that a little better?
Yeah, now can you hear the caller?
Yeah.
Should be able to.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. A whole lot better.
Okay, great. Hey, first I just want to say, wow, how great you're doing with your show. It's awesome, and you're able to plow through the quiet time where you don't have any callers. I think that's fantastic. That's really hard, not easy to do.
Well, I checked. I can talk up all kinds of crap. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So what's on your mind there, Eddie?
Well, first, I'm curious. Have you ever been hypnotized or what do they call it? Regressed to
Nope, I
fully
don't
bring
plan
out the
on it either.
details?
I do not plan on
Really?
being regressed. Nope.
Hmm, okay. And I wanted to suggest to everyone to maybe throw in an idea, throw you ideas for chapter or subchapter topics. So here's mine, which is what messages do you want others to take from your NDE?
What messages do I want to take from my NDE?
Or a message? It would sort of be an ending somewhere towards the end of your book. But more something to think about. I could have sent that through an email to you, but
Well,
I just wanted to do it out loud so that
the way I'm writing the book is for two specific people, which I know the two people. I have not met them yet, but I know who they are, where they are, and if I needed to, I could reach out and get a hold of them. So the way I'm writing this is for those two people that I have never met yet. So if somebody can glean something from that other than those two people, that'd be great. There's some other stuff so that will not be published. I probably will hold probably a book's worth of private stuff and pass it on down a couple of generations for something else, for somebody else.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to mention is, have you heard the rumors that when JFK Jr.'s plane crashed, you know how they didn't find his body? Now my mother doesn't really discriminate against or on the shows that she watches and whether or not they're true. So she's been telling me for some time now that JFK Jr. is going to resurface at some point and sort of take on the evil, the dark side. I think that's really interesting. That would be quite a thing.
That's interesting. I don't know. I hadn't seen that. But well, Eddie, I think what is happening is I think I freaking found out what's going on with my audio, and I think I figured out what to do about it. So you want to call me right back, and I'll patch you through to another way on the stream.
All right. Were you able to hear what I was saying? Because that's basically all I wanted to share with you, or all I had to share.
Okay. That's fine. I can hear you just perfectly fine. I appreciate it. I don't know about the JFK thing, but
yeah. Okay, I don't know much either, but boy, what an inspiration that would be to the world, right?
Yeah, right. True. JFK was one of my rabbit holes that I came across and jumped down every once in a while, especially his assassination. That was one of those things. But appreciate you calling in.
That's tragic. Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Give me just a second. I think I figured out what's going on here with the whole situation. Get my audio back to where it was, and hopefully we'll fix it with the cracking or whatever. I'm pretty sure Eddie's sound was fine. Is my sound better now? I think it is. Yeah, I think I know what's going on with the audio, but I got it fixed now, hopefully, and then we'll go from there. So, how's the audio now? Better, cracking, or what's going on? Gee whiz, what a son of a gun. Both sounds good. All right, that's cool. Awesome. All clear. It's better now. Okay, I know what it is. There is a patch, a digital audio patch I've got going on in here that probably needs to be ditched and remapped, I think. Is Vault going live tonight? I don't know. Okay, is Vault going live tonight? Usually he has. Whatever. No encounters too strange. Have you seen or had an NDE? Any black-eyed kids encounters? Give Shawn a call. 931-994-6917. We love to hear your story. Yeah, I would love to hear it. I have seen UFOs. I have not seen any aliens. Not sure. Okay, that's cool. Ball of Nightmares. There you go. Let's see. Well, that's just weird. I swear to God. Hold on just a second. If you saw earlier with this thing, over here in the corner, right here, you could not see that divide that back there. That was all black. Or was I looking at this funny? Don't know. Ace Ventura when you said that. Oh, okay. That's cool. Not sure. I swear to God, that entire corner was blacked out earlier. But then again, I don't know. My eyes could be playing tricks on me or whatever. So, stop sharing that. Let's see. What else happened in this old house? Caught all kinds of stuff. There was I've had like 2 cameras pulled off the walls in here. Used to I had actually I've been nailing the damn things up and bolting them to the wall when I have them on the wall now. But I actually had one nailed up and bolted, and it got pulled down in the living room, and I actually got a screenshot of something at the bottom of the. Let's see if I can find that. Something was at the bottom of the camera as it was being pulled down. Security cam video. Let's see if I can find it. Nope. No, not there. Well, anyway, there's been voices in here. I've heard male voices. I've heard female voices. I've had people tell me that they've heard female voices in the hallway from different people. Yeah, a friend that talked about seeing a floating head today. What is that? Actually, I had a downstairs. Where's my security cam video? I had. Is this it? Basement. Oh, maybe this is it. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, here you go. This is a decent one. Show you this one from my basement cam. It's an orb, so you know how orbs are. Orbs are orbs, and you can say there's something or there's nothing. But look down here at the bottom. Down here, let's undo this. Get rid of this particular one. Hide this. All right, look at the bottom down here. Now I can show you what bugs show up like in here. I don't know what the heck that is, but I can assure you that bugs do not look like that on these cameras. You can actually see their wings and shit. So let's see if I can find some more. I actually get my security camera up here and see what's going on. Basement. Well, that's not what I wanted. I'd love to find that one that has the. Oh, I believe this is it right here. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Huh? Well, I'll show it. I don't know what it is, but I'll show it anyway. It could be nothing. It could be something. It could be just trick of the light, but this is down in my basement cam. What the hell is that right there? It only stays there for just like a half a second, like one frame. Is that a bug? Maybe. I don't know. Do you talk to Dogman? No, I do not talk to Dogman. I'm not covering Dogman tonight unless somebody calls in about it. I do not talk to Dogman. I would, actually, I don't know anybody that talks to Dogman, actually. Do you talk to Dogman Focus Up Figures? I've been doing this for Focus Up. If you seen one, call in. Yeah, 931-994-6917. I'd love to talk to you if you talk to Dogman. I've talked to people that have been pushed into the fire pit by a Dogman. There's no 2 in there. There's no 2. I have no clue what that means. Let's see. What else are we going on here? Are we talking about Dogman now? My experience, DM tend to not say too much to focus side of conversations. Sure, why not? If you had a Dogman encounter, a Bigfoot encounter, a cryptid encounter, Gugway, you name it, Skinwalker, I'd love to talk to you too. UFO, ghost, paranormal, you name it. That's just the way I talk. Hey, Chaos, what's going on, brother? I have a Dogman living in my house. His name's Oakley. Yeah, I bet you do. That's a rat, baby. That's a rat, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what else I've got captured downstairs on my security cameras. What the hell is this? Oh, shit. No, I can't show that one. I needed to get rid of that one, actually. All right, let's see. Nope. Well, anyway, I'll look through that later. Maybe I'll do a show on just anomaly stuff that I picked up in my house. Talking to a Dogman requires treating them with a lot of respect, minding all their PS and QS. No sudden movements. That seems aggressive. Honestly, I wouldn't want to even attempt to do that, Rothian. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, from everything that I have ever, spoke to anybody about a Dogman, they are too damn aggressive to even have any kind of I don't know, any kind of a conversation, Discord with. So, yeah, focus up figures. If you want to call in and let me know what you have been experiencing, or if you had talked to a Dogman, I'd love to hear it. I've heard people talk about them growling at them. The infrasound stuff. That's crazy. I believe podcast. Hey, brother, what's going on with you? How long have we been on? Oh, cool. Got about a half hour more if you want to. Never said talk to. Okay, well, if you had an experience, how's that? Speak on topic. Okay, well, the way you worded, you didn't say speak on topic, but I can speak on the topic, but there's a ton of other channels out there to do that. I have had people call in to me privately. There's one guy that let's see, back probably a year and a half ago, over in East Tennessee near Knoxville, said he had to move out of his house, move his kids out of his house, his wife out of his house, because a Dogman on his property, on his farm, would literally try to push in smacked the side of his house, killed a ton of deer on his property. Last time I talked, one second, let me see if I can find his name real quick. I got him. I need to call him, actually. Let's move this back around. Paul from Knoxville. That's him. I've called in with nothing but question. It was so fun. Oh, hell. If you want to call in and question me about something, it's dog, man, or werewolf. Depends on who you talk to, brother. I have talked to everybody from DDoS to DW to Vault. They've all got different experiences. They've got all different backstories. Some of it's metaphysics. I've talked to some people that it changed from one, like a skinwalker. Talked to some people that it is flesh and blood. I honestly, could it be a werewolf? Where you change from a human into something? I foresee that true. Rothian, have you ever remote viewed a werewolf? That would be interesting. Interesting if you remote viewed them in the future. What's the difference between a dogman and a skinwalker? I think they kind of blend together. Skinwalker is metaphysics, kind of a possessed person kind of deal. They assume the appearance of something else, of being possessed by a particular spirit. Dogman, flesh and blood kind of deal. I've heard so many different descriptions, from the hocks being backwards, like you would see on a regular dog, to stand up with knees bending forward like in a human. I don't know. I have heard 4 years of stories, and honestly, one day I will hear a bunch of stories that lead me to believe that it's flesh and blood. Then I'll hear a bunch of stories that it's metaphysics. Then who knows? Is it some remnant that's a spirit left over to protect a old Indian burial ground or old Indian lands? Could be. I don't know. One is born never changing the werewolf, or skinwalkers or shifters. Possibly. I honestly, I don't think there's an expert out there. The closest people that would be experts, probably Dark Waters or Vol Nightmares or somebody along that, but they'll honestly tell you they're not experts. To ask me what it is, I can give you a roundabout answer and say, I have no clue. Do I believe they exist? Yes. Have I been fed a bunch of bull and I kind of believed it? Yeah, I can honestly tell you that I heard one story that I absolutely believed for years, and then I found out that this person fucking lies. And then all of a sudden, no, I don't believe it. So, but I've heard a bunch of stories about the dog man, like that fellow I just talked about from Knoxville, Paul from Knoxville. He actually would not, he wouldn't even, last time I talked to him, he wouldn't go back to his house during the day. He moved out of his house and moved his family out of his house because these things were bugging him. And he actually shot an arrow, and I think he might have challenged it, from what I have talked to other people that know a little bit more about the subject matter than I do, challenged the alpha male of the dogman pack or whatever they were. Don't know. Last time I talked to him, he was saying, I think he said he was going to poison him. And he was actually going to be on my show one night. Had him ready to do whatever, and he wound up getting the old 19 and couldn't make it. And I was like, God damn. So, Gene Fox says, absolutely they exist. Read a famous channeling that gave the... I want to say that's interesting. Let me see this. Channeling that gave the origin story of Dog Man. It's crazy, plausible to me, the same. Yeah. Is it ancient spirit? Oh, there's GNA. What's going on, GNA? Yep. You can drop me an email if you want to send it to me directly. Email ShawnG@IamDarkWaters.com. There was another fella, not Paul from Knoxville, but there was another fella from Crossville in the middle of Tennessee, called me one night after a show. He didn't call me during the show. He said, I do not want to be on the show, which I've had several people call me about it. So I want to talk to somebody that I just want to get off my freaking chest. And he lives out on a farm with a big pond. You know, most farms have some sort of pond or a series of ponds for whatever feeding and watering. So that he wound up YouTube Cryptid World latest video. Oh, okay. Can't share it on because of copyright stuff. A lot of people get kind of cranky if you start sharing their own videos without having to ask them. Say, hey, can I share it? But you never know. So this guy, I can't remember the guy's name. He called me about 3 years ago. Said, I don't want to be on the show. I do not want, you can share my experience, which I only talked to him once. I never had to, like with Greg Connor, big dog man, repository of stories on his land over in the middle of Virginia. Talked to him. I couldn't tell you how many times. I'd say probably about 48 hours worth of straight, if you could piece the meal together, the long conversations we've had. Now, that boy's got some dogmen Bigfoot on his property. But this fellow from Middle Tennessee in Centersville, he basically started out, and actually that night, I had a couple of cats on my front porch that were in heat, and all you could hear was that growling stuff. If you got cats, you know what I'm talking about. And I said, can you hear that? He said, I can hear something, but I don't know what it was. And then he continued about this dogman stuff. And he pretty much ticked off all the, the dogman smells, the glowing amber eyes, big, tall, smack the car and leave big, huge paw prints on the car. And at that time, the one thing that caught my attention that something was going on, he said, I can't go out after dusk. I have to get in at dusk or I don't leave the house. And he won't allow his daughter or his grandkids to leave the house after dusk either. They all have to be in. And he said, I've had big, huge, look like dog paw prints 3 or 4 times bigger than his dogs that he has on property. But that's about it. I believed him after that. I was like, well, am I talking to somebody that's a fanboy of Dogman? Which there's a ton of people out there that love that stuff to the point where they call in the shows and do exactly what I thought what this dude was doing, until I heard him with the inflections of I'm scared out of my effing mind. Has anybody done a FOIA request on dog? I honestly don't know. I believe podcast. That's an interesting thing. Jonathan Raleigh, what's up? That would be interesting. I need to ask if anybody would know, it would probably be Dark Waters. I would dare say. I would definitely say. Sorry about that. I got a little tickle in my throat. The pollen around here is crazy. But prisoner in his own home. Yeah, once he started talking about what the hell was going on around his house, and then why he can't get out of his house, and you could hear it, said, I just honestly don't know. The guy from Knoxville, Tennessee, Paul, actually called me saying, hey, I need help to get these damn things off his property. It wasn't like, here's my story. Said, I need help. He actually, this is when the big old 19 thing was going around. The Corona beer stuff. And he said, I have been out of work. He was a mason bricklayer and was out of work for a while. And said the only resource of income he had was he had a big patch of ginseng on his farm. And he said, I will share half of the proceeds from that ginseng if I can get up there and pick it. And he said, if anybody would help me to get that off my property, I would be grateful. And, ginseng, if he's got a big enough patch, you bring in a few tens of thousands of dollars. And from what he said, that would get him through for a season or two. So, and that's what sold me on his thing. I actually contacted a few people. I think actually talked to Vault, and I think DW kind of passed that along to, and he fell off the radar after that. After that, I talked to him probably about 2 months later, and he said he had a conversation with his family, and they gave him a riot act. He said nobody's going on that property whatsoever. They were afraid that somebody would get on there, and whatever was on there would kill them, and they would be liable for somebody being on their property. So, don't know. Then probably, I think last time I talked to him was like 8 or 9 months ago. Powerball drawing in 30 minutes, $300 million. I actually have a freaking ticket for that damn thing. I hope I win. If I win, I'll give everybody $1. So, yeah, there you go. I talked to Paul probably about 8 months ago. Hold on just a second. I actually can look that up on Skype. I actually had him up. When was the last time I talked to that fella? On 11/27/21. So, yeah, 6-7 months ago. That's weird. Synchronicity, folks, is all I can tell you. So, 10,000, please, Eddie says. Why not? Heck. 10,000. If you win $300 million, I think I can give $10,000 to 60 people and not worry about it. So, anyway, so I talked to this fellow back in 11/28/27 of last year, and he said that he was getting back on his property, and he more or less said he was going to make him sick by means that you shouldn't talk about on podcasts and stuff. So, if you know what I'm talking about. I would call in, but I do not have a cell phone. Could you send a StreamYard link? Why not? Let's see. StreamYard link right here. Coming up. StreamYard link. Pop it up. Do not have a cell phone. Coke Zero, buddy. Didn't think I'd like it, but I kind of like it. I'll be glad when this pollen season's over. But that guy, Paul, I talked to him for about 45 minutes, give or take, I think. Let me make sure. Paul? Actually, no, 28 minutes and 37 seconds. And at the end of the conversation, he said, I just wanted to let you know I don't need anything. But he had a plan. I don't know if he's back on his property or not. Pepsi Max is good too. I don't know. If it was there and it's free and somebody handed me a Pepsi Max, I'd probably drink it. But who knows? Chica, what's going on? So, folks, any questions, anything like that? I went through, I started on and then kind of got sidetracked with Ghost in the House. And then somebody asked about Dogman. And I had a lady that got infrasound. Speaking of Dogman, I can't remember. What was that lady's name? Gee whiz. I had her on my show probably a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, give or take. $1, really, Shawn? Yeah. Hey, why not? Win $300 million, I'll give you $1. Sure, why not? So anyway, I cannot remember that lady's name. If it comes to me, I'll let you know. But had her on my show, said that she actually, what sold me on her story was she had burn marks on her. I mean, like second, third degree burn marks up and down one arm and shoulder, and sent you a question. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Was it an email or where? What was the question sent? How did you send it there, Big Cole? Or did you send it Skype? Let's see, Skype. Nope. I ain't got your question there. But let's get this. Donnie Cho.
Hey, Shawn. How's it going?
Cho, what's going on? Now,
Not much, man.
What's this pup's name that you got as your icon there?
Oh, I could turn on the cam. I just thought it might mess with your internet signal. You know what I mean?
Oh no, this is not routed back to my internet. This is handled by StreamYard's thing.
Okay, cool.
My connection. Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
cool.
So, yeah, I mentioned earlier about the origin story that I read through the channeling, and I just thought you seemed curious, and nobody was calling in, and I was in a bit of a chatty mood, and also I won't be able to speak for the next few weeks after my wisdom tooth thing, so might as well call in, right?
Yeah. Well, the old secret with any kind of dental stuff, you can get that. Like I said, you can get that liquid ibuprofen.
Yeah, that sounded like good advice. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go get some liquid ibuprofen tomorrow and get on that.
And just be careful poking a hole in it.
Well, it gets messy.
You got to get medical. This is not medical advice. I'm just telling you how to take a.
Hey, you know better than me, so I trust your opinion.
So what you do is you take a liquid gel cap or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Ibuprofen, you get across the counter, and you don't take any more than 800 milligrams in a 4-hour period. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
As per the instructions on the back of the thing, but you poke a hole in it. Be careful because you don't want to jab you and poke a hole in you. But then you take a toothpick and then draw out a little drop of that and put it wherever it is that it's aching. It will taste awful, but it will take care of the pain for a limited amount of time. Yeah. But that's what it's designed for anyway.
Actually, Cisco's been giving me a lot of good advice because she's got a lot of like herbal and alternative medical knowledge. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out some of those herbs. I already ordered them on Amazon, and I'm ready to tackle this situation. So,
well, herbs, I can honestly tell you that there's all kinds of herbs. There's a dandelion thing for I think pain too.
Yeah,
antioxidant at least.
Yeah.
Dandelion tea. I remember my grandmother swore by it for something. I cannot remember right off the top of my head what she brewed dandelion tea for.
Yeah. And I trust Cisco's opinion because she learned directly from like Native American elders who have had to like deal with some shit. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aspirin from aspirin bark, that kind of stuff. Gee whiz.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like what do you call it? Like not indigenous, but like medical knowledge that goes back a ways back that people just have forgotten,
True enough.
Yeah. Well, anyway, in case if anyone was curious, I was going to tell you guys the Dogman origin story according to the raw material.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a proponent of it. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying I disbelieve it. It's just, you know what it was? I started researching some of the channeled stuff because I kind of wanted to know the grand unified theory of the paranormal. You know what I mean? Like everyone's got their own pursuit of the grand theory of everything. And a lot of people go through like religion and stuff. Other people kind of formulate it on their own, maybe mix with some of their spiritual or religious background or views. But there were like channelings, right? You're familiar with those things like Edgar Casey and the raw material, the set material, basically like people who were channeling these supernatural entities and someone would ask them questions and they just kind of lay it all out, right?
Yeah, Edgar Casey is one of those rabbit holes I love to just jump down every once in a while.
Oh
with
yeah,
the sleeping
I
prophet.
read a
I
ton of his
actually,
stuff.
there was a local sleeping prophet by the name of Danny.
Mhm.
Supposed to have been a redhead, curly head guy that would sleep and dream about his clients the next day, and he would always write something down on a blank sheet of paper in crayon, and then seal up an envelope and hand it to them.
How
Apparently,
accurate did people say he was?
one of the anecdotal stories I got from, I actually got this from an old girlfriend from high school. Said that her and her sister went to see this guy, and they got their whatever uh, reading, and said that the reading that they got described me. Big
Hmm.
6'3", whatever, goofy guy or whatever, described me to a T. But the anecdotal story was that he saw this one guy, handed him a envelope, and then he died directly after he got run over or something, like hit by a car.
Hmm.
Somebody opened up the envelope and it was a blank piece of paper.
Hmm.
Now, how true that is, I don't know. I actually saw the handwriting and stuff, and it was in crayon, and I read the description, and I guess you could say it was me. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. Other than he was a sleeping prophet. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. I got this one book that it's basically a collection of everything Edgar Casey said about Jesus. He kind of gives like an account of like the gospel from his point of view or through his words, because
Mhm.
there was like some seminary student from Harvard that came, and all he wanted to ask Edgar Casey was like about theology. So it's like a collection of all the theological stuff about Jesus, and man, if you read that, oh boy, it is it's a mind F word, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Man, I gotta loan you that book or send it to you or something, because I think you might
Maybe is it in PDF somewhere? Somebody might have
I don't know.
scanned
You know
it.
what? I'll look into that and then I'll message you later.
I found all kinds of books in PDF. Actually, Steve Stockton sent me a link and had like oh, good God, I couldn't tell you how many PDF
Yeah.
books was on that thing.
So this raw material, right? This was like in 1981, and it was one of those like the Seth material and Edgar Casey that kind of gives out the grand unified theory of everything: aliens, ghosts, cryptids, everything, right?
Mhm.
Afterlife, God, dimensions. Um, Now, one of the things that I'm very careful of is to make sure that it's not like a negative source that's pretending to have all the answers, because that has been known to happen, where someone thought they were channeling something and it was giving them all these answers, and then people would come and gather and try to, you know, ask it all these questions, and it turned out at the end of the day it was like some kind of like negative or demonic entity, right? So one of the tests that I had was what would it say about Jesus? And then the raw material, it basically says that, everything Jesus said was right, and the basic law of the universe is to love your neighbor as yourself. Like what Jesus said, that's exactly what is the law of karma, the law of one, the way to, like, it was hyping up Jesus, right? So I'm pretty sure it wasn't a demon, because a demon wouldn't be like, yeah, whatever Jesus said was absolutely correct, right?
Okay.
So in my mind, I'm like ruling it out. Okay, so it's not a demon, so it's something. It's got like it's not okay. So let's hear it out. So one of the questions the guy asked it was, so what's the deal with Bigfoot? And the thing, like the way it was worded for me was very interesting, because I actually come from an English teaching background. I used to teach ESL, like English as a second language. So when I read like word for word what it was saying, I was like, how interesting that is. It's like an extraterrestrial being that's struggling with like the English language. And so one of the questions that it was asked was, where does Bigfoot come from? And then it basically said that, do you know much about space?
Hmm.
Okay.
I know enough to get myself in
Yeah.
trouble.
Um, yeah, me too. Um, so you know how like between Mars and Jupiter, there's that asteroid belt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it basically said that this asteroid belt was once a planet. And a lot of mainstream astronomers will actually agree with this. They believe that that asteroid belt was at one point a planet that got destroyed. And there should have been another planet between Mars and Jupiter. Like mainstream scientists accept the possibility. There are like ancient writings that talk about this place called Maldek. That's the name of the planet, according to whoever, like secret societies, they call it Maldek. And basically, the raw material was like, oh, you're talking about the children of Maldek. Yeah, they're from Maldek. They were the inhabitants of the planet that got destroyed. So the way it explained it was, when that planet got destroyed, the whatever was living there, whatever entities were there, reincarnated, their spirits reincarnated on Earth, right? But the problem was their spirits don't belong here. And when he's talking about the children of Maldek, he's talking about all cryptids like Fae, Dogman, Bigfoot, whatever spirit came here. Some of them remained as spirits. That's why you see like some that are like Fae, like they have a lot of supernatural elements about them.
Mhm.
Other ones seem flesh and blood because some of those spirits manage to inhabit the bodies of animals, dogs, apes, whatever. But the reason why they look the way they do is because those spirits are sentient entities like us, like sentient, right? But they're inhabiting the bodies of animals. That's why their bodies look a little more human-like than they actually would naturally. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, that was where Bigfoots and Dogmans. And so to answer the question of are they physical or are they spiritual, it's like some are totally spiritual and don't have bodies, and that's what you see with Fae folk. That's what you see with like random orbs in the woods, stories of elementals, right? Because they haven't gotten a body yet. And other ones have gotten a body that are totally physical because they were able to find an animal that they can like inhabit and develop in, right? And those are Dogman and Bigfoot. And then there are others that are like in between. They're like half spiritual but half physical. But yeah, that is the origin story of all that.
I will have to look that up. That sounds fairly familiar.
I know it sounds like some Star Trek shit, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this sounds like some Star Trek shit.
It actually kind of parallels what I've been writing.
Makes sense too, though.
It actually parallels a little bit what I've been writing in my near-death experience. Believe it or not, but I've got a couple of people that read, and I've told a couple of people what I'm actually writing at the time. I said, either they'll say I'm smoking something when they read this, and then pass it off, or go, well, okay, this is totally unbelievable, and then
yeah.
And then, I've got a couple of people say, yeah, that's what I see too.
Yeah,
So,
I have heard of the Zetas, and I've got another even crazier book. It's basically an almanac of every alien, and it's like by race and their alignment, like are they good or bad? And it's like, oh man, this is like maximum move right here. It's like some Star Trek stuff. But yeah, you can go pretty crazy and deep with all that.
Here's something that I have not made public yet. I don't know why not. I saw part of my ND. I saw through an angel's eyes, and I watched this angel watch the birth and death of countless sons, and it was so fascinating. And it was like, yeah, okay. It was like a tick on, time. It was like it explained why I have such problems with time. Because, last week I had such a problem with time speeding by so quickly. I was like, oh, crap. 2 hours just passed by, and it was just like I was just sitting there, and boom, it was gone. But to that one angel that I saw through its eyes, it was like a tick on a clock from the first click until the end of the click was an entire lifespan of a son. And it was so this angel was so fascinated by the death and birth of the birth and death of the son, and go on from that. It was like, I was like, holy cow. But I wrote about that. And then that was one of those stories I actually, the lady I'm seeing now, Shauna, I told her about that and let her read that. And she's like, yeah, I believe that. I believe that you've seen that.
Edgar Casey also talks something about that. He talks about how the spirit world, or at least the plane of existence that ghosts and spirits reside in.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions someone asked him was, how would you describe what that world is like if one of us were there? Like, what would it look like from our eyes and from our point of view? And the answer, Edgar Casey, was, imagine like your regular subjective experience, but there's no time.
True. Time, to me, when I sit down and try to explain what it is, time is there. It doesn't have the hold on us over there as it does here, where it just progressively ticks forward. You can spin it around, look at it. It's like a whirlwind. You can stop. You have complete control over it. You can go backwards. You can go forwards. You can stop it. Do whatever you want to with it. But yeah, that's about as close as I can get.
Yeah, in the raw material, it basically described that our current reality, the one we're in right now, the defining feature of this, whatever dimension it is, or this plane of existence, is linear time. That is the defining feature of this existence. But then there's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 other levels that, I mean, it's crazy stuff. If anyone ever wants to look themselves, I mean, it's not something I'd recommend to anyone because it's just so far out there. You know what I mean? It's just
how many dimensions have you tried to think through? The third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dimensions. How many have you actually got to where you're like, oh heck, I can't even figure that one out?
I can tell you what I've heard. Or what I've read, what is known as up to 11 dimensions. And
I've heard,
but that's just what
there was a YouTube video of actually one of these little genius kids trying to explain each dimension. And he got up to like, I think 6 after. I was like, I can't even plausibly say that I can, grasp that. But in the near-death experience, I actually tried to write this, and this is actually one of the longest ones I've actually writing sessions that I did. It took me about 11 pages to explain. Being able to experience one individual event, but actually be able to experience an infinite amount of events, but from an infinite amount of point of views, and being able to consume that all at once in perfect clarity.
Yeah.
Being able to see, like, you're sitting wherever you are, Donnie, and I'm sitting wherever I am, and be able to see you up in person, you right in front of me, but also see you without having this camera system from this point of view way over there, from all around in a 360 spherical pattern. I can almost grasp it, then it kind of fades.
Would you describe it as like a sensory information dump, like a whole bunch of sensory information just comes all at once?
Sort of, kinda. I wrote, I don't know if you've paid attention to my community post. I wrote about my conversation with the devil, and I had a lot of trouble out of it the first part, and actually drained the living shit out of me to write about it. The next time, for whatever reason, I saw it from a different point of view. Like, I was looking at myself having this conversation with this thing, and then I was like, oh, well, that's not so bad. And then all of a sudden it snapped, and I was like, I seen everything that I have ever seen in my entire life. I saw it from a third person point of view and up close at the same time. And I told a couple of stories about the shadow people I've seen in hospitals and stuff, and I never got a good, clean look at this thing. The one in particular that pops in mind is I was drawing an arterial blood gas from a patient from my arterial blood gas line, which I got a little mark here on here. That's just kind of secondary storyline.
Mhm.
But you have to really pay attention while you're doing this, drawing from an arterial line. And I saw somebody walk in, or I thought it was somebody that I knew. It turned out, as I was nearing the end of the procedure I was doing. I looked up, and there was this dark mass in front of me, and I looked about mid rift on it, and it's like it just either a trap door opened up underneath it, and it fell through the trap door, or something pulled it underneath the bed. But I saw that from a third person point of view, and I got a clear look at this thing. And I've been meaning to sketch it out, but I have not yet.
So it's like everything you've described wouldn't make sense to someone who only thinks in terms of space and time, like linear time, right? They would say, like, how could you experience all those things? There's such a thing as linear time. Yeah. So, but I feel like what you're describing is pretty similar to what Edgar Casey's describing then, because he described, you know what he called the realm in which ghosts reside in? Do you know what he called it? His word for it was called the mind realm. Basically, this realm is basically the spirit, physical, and mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then once you go over to where they reside, it's just mind and spirit. So mind is basically not restrained by space or time. It's just your thoughts. It's your emotions. It's your memories. It's your dispositions. You know what I mean? But not bound by any sense of location, space, or time. You can, for example, like you can stay for 1,000 years on one thought, or you could have like 10,000 lifetimes in 1 second.
True.
That's how he described it. And I was like, that kind of sounds like what you're describing. You know what I mean? Like the mind realm where space and time do not matter anymore.
True. Cisco actually said something on the last, I can't exactly pin down when she actually said about having your higher self. You reconnect to your higher self. And I've tried to explain this to other people, and that actually made perfect sense. Part of me is still there. I try to explain how I pray now versus how I prayed before the near-death experience. And it's like I connect back to myself wherever God is, and then pray that way. And then whoever it is, if I'm praying for somebody specifically, I connect back and with God, and then with whoever I'm praying about. Is that in some sort of holy text? No, that's just the way I was taught over there to pray, if that makes sense. But yeah, it makes perfect sense. Being able to have infinite amounts of thoughts in a second, or be able, like with the angel, sit there and watch lifetimes of solar cycles or suns or stars come and go, and be perfectly fascinated by it, and walk on the surface of the sun, kind of deal.
Yeah. And it also kind of makes sense in terms of ghost stories. If you think about ghost stories and you try to imagine or envision their point of view or their perspective, like that whole notion of them not having any sense of like linear time or space makes a lot of sense, I think.
Like putting on the helmet and Professor X when he connects to Cerebro. Sort of, kind of. Over there, it was like being hooked up to the Encyclopedia Britannica of the universe. You actually, it was instant knowledge. I wish I had access to it. I'm dumb as a box of rocks now. But
do you know what I read that the soul actually is, according to Ra and Seth and Edgar Casey? They all kind of agree on this. The soul is actually the culmination of every incarnation that you have. If you are a believer of reincarnation, it is all of your incarnations, all their personalities, emotions, experiences, all together, the culmination of that. So You are just one piece of your soul. People think of the soul as a piece of them. No, you are a piece of your soul.
Right. Well, that I've tried to explain that, which I absolutely agree with what you just said. I honestly did not know it until you just said it, the description by Casey. But I tried to explain that once I get back there, whatever uh, problems I have, it's absorbed by my higher self, and then it kind of delineates and figures it out. And am I going to be me when I go back there? Yeah, but I will have a lot more experiences to work through whatever I had problems with here.
But that's why I think it's so silly, like the notion of people trying to sell their soul. Because it's like the soul's looking down at them trying to sell their soul and be like, bitch, you can't sell me. I own you. You don't own me, you know?
True.
Who are you trying to sell me to? Like the other incarnations are just looking at them, just like, you ain't selling me, bitch, you know?
Yeah. There's
the soul's not.
I want to say
you know?
so. I want to say part of what's in the book, but it will come across like, Shawn, you're just a fucking crazy son of a bitch.
It's called going maximum. I call it maximum woo. Maximum woo. There's like certain levels of woo people are willing to accept, especially in the paranormal community. They're like, you know, like, but yeah, it's interesting. Well, anyway, that was a fun chat. I guess that's all I had to say.
Well, Donnie, I appreciate you popping on here. Actually, you gave me a lot to write about tomorrow. So
we shall have to do this again sometime. I gotta tell you some of my stories. Damn, I haven't even told you my stories. Hold on, twice I haven't told any stories.
Hell, next Wednesday, if you want to do it, we'll
have to. Well, I might not be able to speak next Wednesday, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, whenever, you know, I'll do impromptu stuff.
Yeah,
be great.
Thank you for having me on. This was fun.
I appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Take care. All right. Big Cole says, do it. What he just explained about Edgar Cayce and the rest of the folks that talked about the higher self with the infinite incarnations. How much can I say without? There's some of the book I will never release other than privately. But some of the books will be released publicly. There will be one book that will be handed down from one person to the next until it reaches a particular person I foresee will own it eventually. But that being said, what he said about infinite reincarnations, absolutely I believe it. And I came back. This is going to be hard to believe. I am not the same guy that went in and had my left leg pop off, amputated. I'm not that guy. Part of me is, but not all of me is. So, let's see. What did James say? Good stuff. Yeah, definitely. I always enjoy talking to Donnie. Donnie's got a brilliant mind, looks at it from a different point of view, kind of, gives that little caveat of, did you know this? Did you believe this? Yeah. It's interesting. But, holy cow. How about 2 hours? All right. So if you want to call in, 931-994-6917, I'll give the last caller announcement. If you want to call in, give it about another 15 minutes. Appreciate you, Donnie, for being a part of the show. Always gives me interesting things to think about. Actually, that story I told about the lady at the top of the stairs, I saw that in my near-death experience from a third person point of view. Oh, shit. Really? Anyway, that lady upstairs, my co-host, Danielle Borzan, told me about 2 individuals that are haunting this house, and I absolutely believe that she really connected into it. the older man that built the house, and then the lady that I saw was the younger daughter that was sequestered up there. So that's interesting. Lots of woo around here. We're talking woo. 931-994-6917. If nobody calls in the next 10 minutes, and I'll hang this up on a nail and call it a show. 26 is the Powerball. I'll have to look it up. I wonder if anybody won it tonight. I probably never won it. But what if I did? Oh, my sweet Jesus. That would create a whole lot of... what if you did win $300 million? Would it be a godsend, or would it be everybody that you ever known or thought you knew would crawl out wanting money, and it'd be hell on earth? No. Money and greed is all I can tell you. Thank you, Marquita. Marquita is the correct way to say it. I apologize if I butchered that name. But, yeah. Take care of all loved ones. Yes, I would. Absolutely. I would give away... oh, geez. I would give everybody that's directly related to me or I loved, I would give them millions of dollars and just say, here you go. Donnie would give half to his parents, another half he'd spend traveling. Well, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know what I would do with $300 million. Don't know. I would definitely give it to the people I love, that's for sure. They wouldn't want for nothing after I got it. Crazy is as crazy does, and I would definitely spend a bunch of it on my family. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had a Gab. If you got Gab, if you're on the Gab.com, I've got an account there that, I don't know why in the hell I still post there. Nobody really follows that thing. It's more, there's some woo stuff over there and some cryptid and paranormal stuff over there on Gab. Not too much, but there are some stuff over there. Acres with a man-made lake stocked with fish. Hey, that's not too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. Used to go fishing with my next door neighbor when I lived in a little place called Big Stone Gap, Virginia. There's actually a book named after that town, Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Used to go fishing on this private pond, catfishing up there. And that was some damn good catfish, I tell you. Not that muddy tasting stuff. This was actually real good stuff. Real good stuff. All right, you got about 7 more minutes, and I'm done with the show. 931-994-6917. Or if you want to do the link thing, you want to pop on, paste. StreamYard, get this thing in there. If you want to do that. Yeah. Donnie, you got my wheels are turning in my head. What to write? You just made me go wild on a bunch of memories. But now I'm going to have to rewrite a bunch of stuff. Not rewrite, add to it. Not rewrite, add to a bunch of stuff. I'll have to sit down and count how many pages I've written so far. I'd say it's probably in the 300 page range by now, as much as okay, that's cool. Oh, who knows? Somebody emailed me. There we go. Oh, here we go. Jack, what is this? Okay, I don't know what the hell that is, but I'll share it. Share screen. Get this. Okay. And what did Jack say about this in the email? No subject. That's about it. Just a screenshot. So what is that, Jack? I have no clue what the hell that is. What the hell's that right there? Or we? I know it couldn't be that. So what the hell's that? That's a whole lot of strings right there. Most everyone who lives here is family or married in family. There are only like maybe 10 households at most. Oh, okay, cool. Uh-oh, we got Chase. Give me just a second, Chase. We'll get you on here. Hey, Chase, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. What's going on with you, buddy?
About ready to call her or not, unless you called in. You called in, and it's 11:11 p.m. Eastern time. Look at that.
Man, I figured I'd just call in and say hey, and I don't know. Just call in and pester you at the end.
Pester me again. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. So where are you at today?
Columbus, Ohio, going up to Michigan. Maybe I'll see that Michigan Dog Man fella.
So you're going to get out and holler for the Michigan Dog Man?
I ain't gonna call him. Hey, he wants to come walking by. I'll try to take a picture.
Jeez. You're one crazy
Maybe go for the
mofo is all I
camera
can tell
and
you.
my lead in- I'll go for my camera and my lead injector. I don't know.
Oh my God! Did you that night that you did that lead injector out the window? Did you have any ear protection on at that time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I have earplugs. Yeah, some people didn't like that. I'm just like, dude, I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's a tree. It's all right.
Well, that's the cool thing about being out in the middle of nowhere. You can go out and you've got private property, and you know there's like over at my niece's gender reveal for her twins. Hell, there were guns firing left and right for a good 30 minutes. Nobody give a damn.
Yeah, like, pretty sure. Where I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so everybody just shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just be randomly hearing gunshots all over the place.
Heck, a gunshot here, and when I hear a gunshot here or talk to like outside, if I'm with a neighbor or something like that, and a gunshot's happening, and I say, "Well, somebody's shooting at a snake or some crap like that." And that's about it.
Yeah, somebody got him one. Yeah, I was just sitting there cracking up thinking, like, if I won 300 million, the hell I would do.
I honestly don't know.
Everybody, your whole family, and what else?
I honestly don't know. I'd probably go back to what I used to say when I was actually working for a living and say I'd buy a mountain and fence off the bottom and move on the top and dare anybody come up.
That's funny.
Yeah, well,
Probably just,
I don't think anybody would like to live with me, but yeah, that's probably what I would do. If I had $300 million, I'd probably buy me a mountain and just fence it off the bottom and then not allow anybody up unless they had the secret password or whatever.
probably a good idea.
Oh yeah.
You just do buy you a big old bunker. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do. I'd start a YouTube channel, buy a bunch of guns so I could play with them, and then I would do like acts of kindness kind of thing, like just everywhere I went, pay for person meal, try to help this person out. You see a homeless guy,
Oh yeah.
buy him a hotel for a week, stuff like that. That stuff would be fun. That stuff's fun to me.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, certainly. My my sister does that. She'll do some stuff like that. Or go through the drive-through and say who's behind me or not who's behind me. What's the bill behind me, and then pay for their meal and take off. So
yeah, I got a little carried away with it one time. I mean, I think like I don't know. I just always just do stuff. I felt led to do something, and I was living over there in Panama City, this house on the beach or close to the beach. It was just me and my roommate, and I like I said, I got carried away with that messed up homeless guy. So, he was a cool guy, man. I don't know shit about him, but he was just cool. So I invited him to the house, gave him some beer, let him take a shower, and a good nap, and took him home the next day. I don't know that guy from Adam. My buddy the next morning was like, "Man, what is wrong with you?" Like, I'm like, "Geez, I don't know." He was
Yeah, I'd probably do that. $300 million on random acts of kindness. Go into a college and say, okay, give me a list of needy students and pay off their college tuition for whatever. And then exit stage left and keep going.
I'd put an ad out. Fathers going through a rough child support stretch. I'd help my fellow guys. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's the dudes, man. They going through hell. Child support. Child support is a form of hell, I think. Or the way this government's got it set up.
Oh my God! Yeah. Somebody needs a muffler that just rode by my house.
I was about to say, dude, I heard this humming. I was like, what is that?
Somebody who needs a muffler is all I can tell you. An old high school buddy of mine lives up the street from me, and he's got a Harley that's straight piped, and he's been gone for a little bit, and he's back. And I know he's back because he gets that Harley out.
Heck yeah. Be like Diamond Fires and the like Tool Man Taylor. The Tool Man.
Yeah.
That guy? Yeah. That's funny. You know, that guy that was on earlier, you were talking about your soul.
Oh, Donnie.
I haven't never heard. Yeah, I never heard it like that. Had my
Hey, Chase, your audio is going way out. I've got you maxed out. I can't barely hear you.
All right. I probably just hit bad area.
Oh, okay.
Is it still bad now?
It's kind of low. I've got you the gain all the way up.
Oh wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I know it's getting late in the show.
Oh, I appreciate you calling in, brother. Give me a call sometime, man.
All right, brother. Oh, I will. I'll call you tomorrow.
All right, brother. See you later.
All right, later, bud.
Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, tell you, fuck. I know why I didn't have him up. I could have popped him up way up. Yeah, I could barely hear him, but I had I don't know. I'm gonna have to redo my whole digital stuff, I think. But yeah, I figured it out. That's interesting. Well, anyway, folks, I appreciate it for popping in, spending 2 hours. I'm sorry that I had a little internet hiccup, whatever the heck that was going on earlier. Had to pop out till I rebooted my internet there. But I appreciate you popping by. You can reach me at Shawn G at IamDarkWaters.com, SHAWNG at IamDarkWaters.com. Or if you want to call me after the fact, which I probably won't answer the phone in the middle of the night, 931-994-6917. Or with Skype, anywhere in the world. Get Dylan for audio internet help. He knows his stuff. All my internet stuff is through. Actually, I've been talking to the Fringe.fm. I'm an Apple head. Everything I've got is Apple products. So talking to somebody, unless he's got an Apple product, I know what's going on. I'll have to redesign some filters and redesign a whole new thing. And hopefully that will take care of it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If it is, actually, I don't know. I've got 2 soundboards here, so I could probably do something with it and get it working. But anyway, folks, I appreciate you being by. This Friday, Danielle's not going to be with me, but Tina Bice is going to be with me Friday. I don't know exactly who's going to be on. Maybe open lines. Maybe do some readings or whatever, or just shoot the bull, but we'll see. But God bless y'all. And hold on just a second. I forgot to do I actually did say a prayer before I went come on, but we'll say a quick prayer before we leave. Lord Jesus Christ, in thy love and mercy, establish a perimeter of protection around all of us and our loved ones, those who pray for us and their loved ones. May the holy angels guard us and all our possessions, establishing a perimeter of protection around us, rendering us immune from any kind of demonic influence. I ask that no demonic bondage, door, demonic entity, portal, astral projection, or disembodied spirit may enter the space of 100 yards in all directions of us. I ask that any demons within our vicinity or any that should try to enter here be rendered deaf, dumb, and blind, that thou would strip them of all weapons, armor, and power, illusion, and authority, that thou would bind, rebuke, and disable them from communicating or interacting with each other in any way. Remove them, sending them directly to the foot of thy cross, Jesus, Son of the Most High. I ask this in thy glorious and most holy name. And please send your angels of mercy and healing to those that are in need, body, mind, and spirit. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. All right, folks, I believe I'm about done with this. Appreciate you popping in. And who knows what's going to happen in the next little bit. But join me Friday with Southern Supernatural. I will not be, for the folks that... I won't be on the Paranormal Radio app because I never did, for my Southern Supernatural. It'll just be directly on my not Instagram. I need to do the Instagram and do that. But it'd be on Facebook, Twitter, and my YouTube channel, Chasing Truth Shawn G. So, God bless y'all. If you got any questions or comments or anything like that, I usually post at least once daily over on my community page over on Chasing Truth Shawn G. If you keep up with that, you'll know what's on my mind with the near-death experience writing. Have Cisco or Steve on? Oh, I'll have to ask him. I've had Steve on my show a couple of times. He's one of those fellows that if we start talking, we know each other's area. We knew where each other grew up and stuff, and we remind each other of different stories. It's just fascinating to talk to that guy. When he starts telling a story, it reminds me of 3 stories, and I'm sure probably reminds him of 12 stories when I start talking. But who the hell knows? I don't know. But holy cow! Thanks for being a part of the show. You have blessed me. Being a part of the show. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, Chase and Eddie for calling in earlier. Sorry about the internet issues. I don't know what the heck's going on with the internet, and I do believe I know what's going on with the popping stuff, because I eliminated one of the interfaces and cleared it up. So I'll have to figure that out and fix that. Hopefully everything will be kosher by the time I get back. So God bless y'all. And we'll see you Friday. Same bat channel, same bat time.